Hello, beautiful love light. Welcome to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. I'm Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro. I view myself as a conductor standing in front of you, beautiful symphony of love lights, conducting all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. Today we are in here talking about the Mayan Galactic Calendar. That's why I've been coming in on YouTube, sharing what I'm learning as I'm learning it, kind of going through the energetics from the Mayan Galactic Matrix perspective every day, because they change every day. So we're just going to dive right in. We are, again, just like we have been for the last several days, we are in an amplified flow of the white wizard energetics, because we are in both a 13-year white wizard wave spell coupled with a 13-day white wizard wave spell, which are both aligning right here, right now for us. The code keys of the white wizard tribe are enchants, receptivity, and timelessness. This beautiful invitation and opportunity to become super crystal consciously clear of aligning our thoughts, our words, and our actions, and really being open and receptive to receive like all of the goodness that life wants to bestow upon you. Very cool. So we are 4 years into the 13-year White Wizard Wave spell, which means we are amidst the red self-existing moon year. That wraps up July 25th of this year. We are 8 moons into it. The code keys for the red moon tribe are purifies, universal water, and flow. These very like divine feminine characteristics and qualities, right? And then that is kind of juxtaposed against the self-existing tone of creation, which is the 4th tone of creation, because we're in the 4th year of the 13-year wave spell. Those code keys have more of a like sacred masculine energetics and qualities, and those are define, measure, and form. And so those are all those energetics. Again, they exist all around us all the time. However, they are being powerfully and potently sent to and coded into the this now moment, right? Like as it unfolds, or whenever you find this video, because there really is no such thing as time from the like man-made construct of time. This very like mechanized, mechanical, linear way of looking at time is an illusion. It's something that we completely collectively created and made up. So it has value in our lives, right? Like I'm not saying like we just need to throw it out. I think that there is value in being able to, connect with groups of people all at the same time, right? There's something to be said about that. Although kind of makes you wonder, like, how did they do that before? Like if this linear idea of time wasn't created until much, much after we all arrived on this planet, which is what's being discovered. If you're paying it, like if you're into like archaeology and like outside of the box academia, like outside of the academic box archaeology and history, I mean, the findings that they're discovering on our Earth are crazy cool, and they like academics can't explain it because it doesn't fit into their box. So like, I mean, yeah, they found a city, Göbekli Tepe. If you haven't heard of that, I encourage you to look in. It's Gobekli space capital Tepe, Göbekli Tepe. Although if you're watching this, you're probably very familiar. Like if you're in the Mayan flow, you're probably very familiar with this. So, but if just in case you happen upon this, it's this very ancient city, and it basically dates humans back to like, I think they're saying like 10 to 15,000 years, which is way further back than what, again, academia wants us to believe, or I don't want to dive into that. But anyway, yeah, just I think that we as a people globally, like we want to like contain, right? Because it keeps things at least like the illusion of order and stuff, but really like I don't know. There's a part of me that just wants the chaos. Like I really feel like if we just unleash the chaos, like it will all like balance out. And honestly, I kind of feel like maybe that's what's happening right now. Like we are really flowing through this very topsy-turvy, chaotic, energetic time, right? The divine feminine energetics are flowing up to meet the sacred masculine. So a lot of things are being shifted and sorted and reconfigured at this time. And we really truly get to put our stamp, individual stamp, into the energetic flow of what's being shaped right now. Oh, beautiful love light. I hope you know how fucking powerful you are, and the fact that you are here now in throughout all of the time space dimension continuum. This is the place and space that your spirit has incarnated into this vessel that you created. Like it's so amazing because new things are being shaped and created. And the more that we can, again, going back to the white wizard, like the more we can really, truly, consciously tune into our thoughts, what we want to think, how we want to create the world that we live in this world around us. That's what we're shaping. That's what I'm shaping. That's what I want to create. That's why I created the harmonic.us, which the link to that is in my description box below. It's this community where that's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on where are we going, not where we've been. I don't care. I really like, I love history. I love and which is weird because in school I hated history, but now as an adult, I love history. I love learning about that stuff. Maybe because it's like the box has been opened for me. Like I'm not stuck in this way of like, no, it has to be this way. I've really opened myself up to like, okay, just show me what people are finding. Like what is bubbling up as far as information in the world. Like I don't want to like suppress information. I want it all out there so that we can like learn and explore and debate and decide like, what does that mean? And does it matter? Does it need to mean something? Right? I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to focus on where we've been, especially in recent history. I want to focus on where we're going. And so that's what the harmonic.us is. It's my own app, like online space on an app. It's through Mighty Networks, but it's my own little space. I have infused that entire space with so much divine, potent, healing, powerful, loving, light-coded energy into that space for all of us to come and commune and stay in that flow more than we don't. We are bumped into energetically every day, which is why I think that we need to cleanse and clear and balance and align and open and activate our energetic centers on the daily. And that's what I do in my subscription space, the harmonic vibrational attunement, which is also a link in the description box. If you want to receive healing life force energy specifically coded for exactly what you need each and every single day, that's what I do in that space. You get it daily. I come in there live every Tuesday. So we gather together and sort of like bathe and like steep in those energetics. And then I send you those energetic showers, long distance, specifically coded for what you need every single day. Every day you receive that energy. It's so cool. I love it. I feel so blessed. Everything that spirit has continued to like open my eyes to that I have the ability to set the intention and command that energy, if you will. I know that sounds really like domineering and I don't mean that, but that setting that intention for that energetic flow specifically for all of the subscribers in that sacred healing medicine space container. It's so beautiful. And if that sounds like something you feel you would benefit from, please come on in, check it out. Try it out for a few months. Again, you can come and go as you please. I want it to be free will. Like you are under no obligation. The fact that you're here and learning with me, I love that. Again, like where we are in history right now is so so unbelievably, amazingly cool. Like, we are shaping history right here, right now. And the more that we can do it consciously, compassionately, through our hearts, using those love light. I call you love light because that's what you are. You are love. You are light. You are magic. Call upon the white wizard energetics. Really dial into and begin to harmonize with those qualities. Become conscious and aware of the story that you're speaking throughout your entire, the coding of your DNA in your body. Your cells regenerate every 7 years. You are not who you were 7 years ago. You are a brand new creation. If you start speaking powerfully, consciously into your cells in 7 years, imagine what you can do. If you are, again, very conscious and aware of what you're saying inside of you as your cells are rebuilding themselves, what are you speaking over your body? And that's what I seek to do in my space. Keep us very conscious, very aware of that conversation every single day. Anyway, sorry, I get really excited. I just love life. I love the fact that I'm here. I love where we are at in this world. Like, it's just crazy. I mean, I get frustrated by it too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have my highs and lows, right? I mean, I'm an empath. I feel things pretty deeply on very deep levels. However, I've also been on this journey for a long time, and I've gained tools to tap into and utilize so that I don't stay in those lower vibrational spaces that I don't want to find myself in. I feel those feelings. I get angry. I just don't get stuck in anger. I allow that anger to move and process. And I do it every day. I cleanse my energy just like I cleanse yours. Or rather, I don't do it. See, that's the tricky part. I don't qualify myself as a healer. Yeah, it's interesting to me because, again, it's not me, it's the energy. Like, I really am like hands off when it comes. I'm just the initiator, the conduit, the intention setter, if you will. The wizard. I'm the wizard because I'm a white spectral wizard. And if you want to know your galactic signature, there's a link for that in the description box below. And if you do that, please share with me what you are. I would love to know what your galactic signature is. So again, maybe I should somehow figure that out. Like, I'm not a healer, I'm a wizard. People would probably really think I was off my rocker then. Not that they already don't. And I kind of am. And I love that. So I don't even know where I was. Oh my goodness, y'all. So we talked about the year that we're in, and the code keys. So we're also traveling through a season, a 65-day season, which is the white northern dog season of heart. The code keys for white dog are loves, heart, and loyalty. And it's really this invitation and opportunity for us to dive into our emotional bodies and begin to like learn the information being provided to us from our emotional bodies, our emotional patterns, the feelings that are elicited in our bodies. So what happens in our body is we have a thought that triggers a feeling, and then we get to choose. Do we want to think and feel that way or not? And it's this cycle that happens at a very rapid pace. And we are consistently and constantly thinking, feeling, choosing, thinking, feeling, choosing, thinking, feeling, choosing. So anytime we have a feeling where we're like, whoa, what's going on? And we seek to like learn from that, that is, again, it's just a really awesome opportunity for us to learn more about ourselves and our emotional bodies, and to tend to and care for and nurture and love and accept ourselves and all of those feelings that we're having, positive or negative, both. So there's that. But what kind of, I paused a little bit earlier, I don't know if y'all noticed that probably, but I do that a lot, is because I realized that, so we're in a white wizard 13-year wave spell. We're in a white dog season. We're in a white wizard 13-day wave spell. And we're on a white wind day. So we have that quality that white brings in, the white tribe, amplified by a factor of 4 right now. So I want to look at the back, the white, I believe it's associated with the direction north. So from a shamanic perspective, north is associated with hummingbird, the animal hummingbird. And it's also associated with all of our ancestors and our lineage, grandmothers and grandfathers. So that's the northern direction from a shamanic perspective. But white brings in this code key of refines. So something in each individually within us, whether it's in our mental body, our emotional body, our physical body, our energetic body, our spiritual body, our cosmic body, like any of the bodies that we like house, because I think we have multiple, I think there's more than what I even know of. But anyway, like all of these bodies, like something is being refined to a factor of 4 today is really that's what downloaded when I realized it was a white dog. I was like, oh my gosh, white is like, there's 4 white things going on today. So I just wanted to make note of that because maybe that will trigger something within one of you, right? Like there's this idea of refinement going on. What is being refined within you? And if you're curious about that, take a minute or two and just close your eyes, draw your energy and your attention and awareness into your heart. Breathe in and out of your heart. In fact, right now, let's just take 2 slow, deep, intentional breaths. Breathing in through your nose, all the way down to your pelvic floor. Fill your belly, fill your chest, and then exhale. I always love to request people to release with a sound, a sigh, an om, scream if you need to, like just a whoo, like whatever, just a sound to get that vibration moving. Sound has a very powerful vibration. Thought has a vibration. Motion has a vibration. Sound has a vibration. So really, like we can use all of these qualities to help cleanse and clear our space. So when you're meditating, when you exhale the first couple times, really like forcefully or audibly release that air to help cleanse your space, clear your space. So here we go. Imagine you're breathing in and out of your heart. Really focus on your heart. And then ask, what is being refined within me right now? So I don't understand this, but I'm going to share with you what came up for me instantly was hope. I don't get it, but hope is being refined in me, whatever that means. Whatever bubbles up for you, trust it. And if nothing bubbles up, it's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. It takes time. I remember when I first started, I got nothing. I just was like I'd close my eyes and be like, I see black. Like I see black. There's nothing there. I felt very uncomfortable. I wanted to move after like 10 seconds. Like that. I mean, it's a practice. It's a process. So if you just did that, I hope that you at least feel a little bit more like anchored in. And again, if you're listening to this, you probably already do some type of meditation. However, it's okay if things don't come up for you. Don't give up. Keep showing up for yourself. It's sort of like when you start a relationship with someone else. They don't just tell you all of their secrets instantly right away because they don't know if they should trust you or not. And so we're in this galactic moon of integrity. And those code keys are harmonize, model, and integrity. And integrity does have some tie to trust. Like the more integrity that you have within you and with yourself, like the more that your highest expression of self can really begin to trust you, that you're truly going to start showing up for you, beautiful, magical things begin to happen. But you have to develop that relationship with yourself. Create and build that trust from within. And as you do that, trusting others becomes a whole new ballgame. Like, it's bizarre. I know in a matter of moments who's trustworthy and who's not. Maybe not 100%, but I definitely so sometimes to give a story, I recently met someone. I want to keep this very vague, but I recently met somebody and was just sort of like, there's something, I don't know. Like, yeah, they seem cool. Like, I don't want to be a dick, but I don't know, right? Like that type of it. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't know this person, but you just sort of have that like, Well, I found out later through having a conversation with a mutual friend, was talking about something that this new person had shared with me, which was completely innocuous, like didn't really like matter. Like, why would you lie about something like that? And so, but they lied like over something really dumb. So I'm just like in this space of like, I don't even know you. And the first thing that you do as like we're getting to know each other is you tell me that you're going to like school, like at a college level, to learn about a subject that you're not even enrolled in school. And this other, like this mutual friend knows that. Like, it was just very bizarre. So I was just like, okay. But then I went back to that, like, that's why I was like, I don't know, like, so, like, because I'm not like, normally when I meet people, I'm all in. But I really feel like, okay, well, that was me teaching me that I can tune into those like disruptive patterns pretty quickly, like, and to trust, like, yeah, I don't know why I felt that, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say repulsion, right? Like that like desire to be like, yeah, I'm going to kind of keep you at arm's length for a little bit because I don't really know trust, right? I don't really know if I should trust you. And it turns out I probably shouldn't, because if you're going to lie about something really dumb, like you're enrolled in college and you're studying something that you're not even enrolled in or studying, like, I care, like, who cares? I don't care what you like. I just feel like that was a good indicator to trust that. Whereas I don't need to feel badly within me, right? If that makes sense, like, because I want to I do love everyone, first of all. Like, I still love this person. I just want you to know, like, I love this person. I just am in this space of like, I just don't know if I can trust you, right? Like, that's a stupid thing to lie about. Like, what about the important things? Like, if you lie about dumb stuff. So it's more or less just an indicator of like, okay, like, yeah, I can be kind to you because you're a human and I can recognize and like all of those things, but I don't necessarily need to trust you, right? Like, I don't need to like share information with you that I need to keep close. If that does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just an analogy of trust, right? Like, so also you need to build that relationship of trust with you, your highest expression, your essence self. Because my guess is you've probably been keeping that at arm's length, at least for a little bit. Like, if you were like me, like I was afraid of self is where I was. Again, that was something else that downloaded in meditation about 8-9 years ago. I was in a meditation and it came to me that I was afraid, and I didn't even know. I was like, fear of self. What the fuck does that mean? Like, what, how are you afraid of, like, I was sort of in this space of like, what? That's okay. Like, totally pulled that whole, like, whatever. I don't even know what that is. But it continued to like bubble up inside of me. And I continued to like ponder that and wonder, like, why would I be afraid of myself? I'm still unpacking that, by the way. I've gotten lots of answers along the way. And that's the other part, is that the answers that you get, like, it again, it spirals, right? You come back around to those lessons. So you're consistently like learning new things about information that entered your vortex decades ago. And all of a sudden it bubbles up and you're like, whoa, where did that thought come from? But if you allow yourself time and space and opportunity to ask, what's the lesson? Why am I like, there's a lesson. Like that memory came up to me on purpose, for a purpose. What is the lesson that I need to learn from that? And it's just such a powerful practice to begin to, again, take that conscious control over your mental body and your emotional body and begin to learn the lessons that life is seeking to teach you for your benefit. Because life is conspiring in your favor. It's called pronoia. Instead of paranoia, there's pronoia, where instead of you think everything is out to get you, you think that life is conspiring in your favor. Let's be in that flow, pronoia. So the next level from the 65 season is a 52-day castle of time, which is the red Eastern castle of turning. So we're going through this like toiling and tilling of the soil phase, kind of preparing the way for these seeds that we're going to plant. Like we're pulling out the weeds, right? Like we're preparing the way, we're preparing the soil, we're preparing the way to create space for these new seeds of intention to be planted so they can take root in that freshly turned soil and begin to sprout and grow and bring new fruit and to create a bountiful harvest for you of whatever it is that you're seeking to create. Then we have the galactic moon, which I talked about. Those code keys are harmonize, model, and integrity. We're in that 8th moon, the 8th tone of creation within the red self-existing moon year. And then we have the 13-day White Wizard wave spell that we're rolling through. And we are, I think, 9 days in. Is that right? Yes, we are 9 days into the White Wizard wave spell, which brings us to today, which I mentioned is it's a white wind day, but it's the white solar wind day today, because solar is that 9th tone of creation. So it's within that 13-day wave spell. Day 9 is tied to the solar tone of creation, and it's the white wind tribe. Those are the qualities of today. So we're going to explore the white wind today, which is the 2nd glyph solar tribe in the galactic matrix. This tongue sticking out is the white wind tribe's glyph or symbol. Again, it's the 2nd one. So number 2, white is associated with the direction north, and the code key refines. We talked about that already. And the code keys of white wind, maybe you read it when I held it up there, is communicates, spirit, and breath. So this idea of like inspire, like inspiration, breathing in, right? Spirit and breath. It's pretty much the same things. In Hebrew, it's ruach. I love that word for some reason. I just love ruach. Ruach. The quote comes from Dennis Kucinich, and it is, quote, "Spirit merges with matter to sanctify the universe. Matter transcends to return to spirit. The interchangeability of matter and spirit means the starlit magic of the outermost life of our universe becomes the soul light magic of the innermost life of ourself." And that's from Dennis Kucinich. Spirit, like breath, like wind, is an invisible force witnessed only in the elements it moves. Spirit, like breath, like wind, is a messenger of circulation, allowing fresh currents to move through our channels, invigorating and reorienting us. When we express as inspired, spirit moves through us freely. Our abilities and styles of communicating shape and realities and our relationships with others. Healthy exchange conveys ideas and feelings, inviting clarity, insight, and enhanced intimacy. Let ears be open so truths may be spoken. Maybe. White wind also prompts us to commune with our personal spiritual realm and discover how we can transmit our inspiration from the unseen into the physical dimension to share our revelations and enthusiasm. Breath is the fuel of life. As Native American teachings share, quote, through our breath, we are in relation with all life, never separate from the great mystery, end quote. Not only does breath carry oxygen throughout our bodies and brains, it invigorates our mind-body-spirit connection, which is what meditation is, right? It's just taking conscious control over your breath, creating that mind-body-spirit connection, enlivening their inherent sacred alliance. Breath helps us to commune, to calm, center, and refine our responses. Breath is a powerful tool in eliminating stresses and toxins, and overall has a profound effect on how we feel emotionally and physically. And on the state of our mind. So mentally also, right? I was going to say, and mentally, but they went on to say that anyway. White wind advises, breathe consciously, breathe deeply. Communicate to convey your truths and create connections. Follow your spirit without hesitation. As Rumi says, quote, for spirit is so near that you can't see it, end quote. I love Rumi. Who else loves Rumi? Anyone? Tell me. Share some favorite Rumi quotes with me, if you would, if you have one. Search it up and come back and drop it in the comment box for me. I'd love to know. I love Rumi. I love reading Rumi's quotes. So we are again on a tone 9 solar tone of creation day. Those code keys are pulse, realize, and intention. The quote comes from Gary Zukav, Z-U-K-A-V, Gary Zukav. Excuse me, quote, from the perception of the multisensory human, the intention behind an action determines its effects. Every intention affects both us and others, and the effects of intentions extend far beyond the physical world. End quote. Tone 9 pulses the power of intention. Here we awaken to the realization of universal mind, which precedes and directs all manifestations of our physical world. We see the nonlinear emanations of consciousness which uphold this reality. We understand that information is perpetually sent and received by our biopsychic circuitry every moment, whether we are aware of the experience or not. As the ancients say, quote, whatever you put your attention on grows stronger in your life, end quote. Solar tone challenges. Harness energy information by directing it. Pulsing is a way to amplify or communicate using mental, emotional, and spiritual energy united. So again, that's really what I do, y'all. I harness energy information by directing it, right? I set that intention, I direct it, I command it, if you will, And I send it into all of you beautiful love lights that are in the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble container, that sacred medicine space that's online. And then pulsing that through my own mental, emotional, spiritual, physical body, cosmic body connection, right? Like I sit in meditation and I cultivate that open. So for me, I envision myself as a hollow flute, which is a Native American concept. I was attuned to Reiki through two beautiful Native American women in Iowa, and I freaking love them so much. They're so near and dear to my tender heart. But we were talking about all these different like ways of connecting with spirit and the energy and the ways of like seeing it and thinking it. And Sandra shared with me that, you know, one way is you're like a hollow flute. And I love that. And I envision like the rhythms and the melodies of the frequency and vibrations of the energetics flowing through my hollow flute vessel out in all directions, out into everyone that's in that container. So that's what I do when I go, like when I a Reiki session that I've always done, and opening like a shamanic sacred circle. So I've studied shamanism, and I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm very connected to the animal world, and so that's what calls to me about shamanism, is the connection to the wind and the elements of the earth and the animals. So I incorporated that into my practice because it felt right. And so these are all of the things that I bring together, right? Like mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, spiritually, to pulse out into for that energetic cleansing and clearing and healing that I set the intention to direct, right? Like that's all that it is. And anyone can do it. You can do it. In fact, I say like you're the healer, actually. You're the healer. All I do is I set that intention and I send the energetics so that it gives gifts to you. GIFT, not give, gifts to you. Exactly what you need, individually, specifically, uniquely coded for your genetic code of life, that galactic code of light flowing powerfully and potently to and through you to up-level and upgrade your genetic code of life. And that's a concept that I stole from the Mayan Galactic Calendar. I loved that. I don't remember where it is, where it talks about the galactic code of light flowing into code and up-level our genetic code of life. And that resonated as like so much truth with me. I can't even, like, it's just so powerful. All right. Da-da-da. Pulsing is a way to amplify or communicate using mental, emotional, and spiritual energy united. Exercise your natural ability to be in telepathic contact. It requires clarity, connection, and like our body's pulse, that rhythm of your heart, right? Heart rhythm healing, that pulse of your body, a steady streaming surge of energy. Realize your vast capacity to broadly cast your truths, both subtly and physically. Oh my gosh. I love all this stuff, y'all. I just geek out on it. All right. And I'm looking for other people who geek out about it too. I want you in my life. I want you in my life. Please be my friend. Not that I need friends. Again, I love it. I love communicating and communing with people that are somewhat like-minded. Like none of us are the same. Thank goodness for that, right? But in the similar vein of like, essentially for me, like anything is possible. All things are possible. We don't have to poo-poo what someone else is doing. We should celebrate it because we don't know where that's going to go, right? All right. Now we're going to dive into the daily affirmation for this white solar wind day that we find ourselves in. That is in the description box below if you would like to follow along with that. And then after that, I'm going to dive into the Astro Dream Advisor link, to the White Wizard Wave Spell days. We're on day 9. So if you want to scroll to day 9, we're going to dive deeper into the white wind qualities that the Astro Dream Advisor has put together. And one of these days, I'm just going to start to what do they call it? Like free flow. Like I'm going to start tuning in on my own, but I haven't gotten there yet. I pulse. This is the daily affirmation for the white solar wind day. I pulse in order to communicate. Realizing breath, I seal the input of spirit with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of endlessness. So cool. All right, so we're at day 9. The question for today to dive into for this White Wizard Wave spell is, how do I shine the light for others? How do you shine the light for others? Beautiful love light, how do you let your love light shine? That's a question to kind of sit with today. White wind qualities: spirit, breath, wind, presence, truth, communication, inspiration, non-tangible, idealistic, simplicity, integration of polarities, unseen forces, co-creator of reality. White wind is the galactic wind, the catalyzing current, the spirit that moves through all things. It is the divine breath that gives life to all creation, the unseen essence of solar energy. White wind is the breath of inspiration, the fertilizing force of the wind. Its essence is the movement of spirit as it penetrates into form to enliven, purify, and inspire. Allow your life to be more like the wind, free-flowing and open to spirit. White wind represents spontaneity and simplicity. As you experience the truth of the present moment, white wind leaves you free to move on to the next moment without the baggage of desire, regret, or expectation. White wind is the simple knowledge that invisible forces are always moving in your life, guiding and inspiring. White wind also embodies the concept of presence. Presence is an expression of beingness, a creator of intimacy. It has nothing to do with being wise in your simplicity. For simple beingness, your true identity emerges from simple beginning. Pardon me. Let me try that again. From simple beingness, your true identity emerges. Presence is being open, aware, and in the now. Presence is being there for whatever is. Think back to a time when someone looked deeply into your eyes, acknowledging your beingness with their full presence. Remember how wonderful and intimate that felt. When you want to be intimate with someone, become equally open, aware, and present. When you bring your awareness into the present moment, everything else falls away. When you are fully present, your mind is not preparing responses to what it is hearing while you're listening and feeling. Drop your evaluating and reactive nature. Trust that your heart will have the appropriate response when the time comes. Allow your mind to be quietly responsive, like a pool of water, natural in its unconditional acceptance of the moment. Presence is simple. It is like being caught in the moment by the beauty of nature. Presence is your natural state of being. When you are present, your heart feels open, charged, and full. When you are present, whether alone or with another, you are loose and relaxed. Time may seem to slow down. You can expand your awareness with ease. allowing yourself to truly see and be seen. You let your feelings speak through your eyes, and the feeling channel in you breathes freely without expectation or judgment. That's awesome. That just ended at 44:44. Beautiful love light. Thank you so much for joining me on this white solar wind day today. It's also a galactic activation portal. So it's really this awesome opportunity to sit with these energetics and begin to unpack and look at the synchronicities that are springing forth, sort of like that little practice that we did where breathing, imagining we're breathing in through and out of our heart, taking deep breaths through the nose down to the pelvic floor, releasing with an audible something, and then asking our heart, what is being refined within us right now? What is it that I need to focus on most? What's my next best step? What am I freaking out about today? What's going on inside? Like, whatever that question is, whatever question you have that you're just desperately wanting to know, ask your heart, beautiful love light, and wait for the answer. It might come instantly. It might take a little bit of time. But the power of today in this galactic activation portal that exists within this day allows those energetics to like bubble up inside of you, and you'll find that connection point to be clearer, right? Like that the communication lines are like open and freely flowing right now. So it's like a telephone, right? Like you have a crystal clear connection to whoever it is that you're talking to, which is your highest expression of self or infinite spirit, whatever, or your guides or guardians, whatever you want to tune into. And you can use this galactic activation portal to your advantage. So take advantage of that today. And thank you. Your time is the most precious and creative gift that you can give. And I am very thankful that you've spent it here with me today. Truly. I honor and respect your choice to be in this space so very much, beautiful love light. And if you are still here, do me a favor. Click on or tap the thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you're really interested. You might be interested in more videos. And if you want to know when I go live, click the bell, and then you'll get alerts or notifications when I go live. And then you can come and hang out with me, and maybe we can chat live and in person, which would be fun. But I really want to get to know each one of you a little bit more. So don't be a stranger. Let me know you're here. Say something in the comments. I'd love to know what your galactic signature is if you're willing to share that with me. But again, I'm just so very, very thankful and honored that you're in here sharing this time with me. It truly means so much to me. So thank you so much, beautiful love light. And until next time when we meet again, do me a favor, please. Go shine. I love you. Have a great day.